Kirby, you want to talk first about the Big 12 contract that was announced today and the impact on that for Texas Tech?
Well, it's an exciting day for the Big 12 Conference and for Texas Tech. Obviously, a new 13-year agreement with Fox Sports, and it shows the value of the Big 12 Conference, of Texas Tech and our other 9 member institutions, and just a strong commitment for the future of the Big 12 Conference and our alignment and membership in it, and it's an exciting time.
Do you think this solidifies the conference and staying together so that we won't have to go through what we went through last June?
Well, I sure hope so. All the presidents and the athletic directors have pledged their solidarity and commitment to the conference, so I think it is a strong statement and positions us well for the future.
With regard to the revenue, is it an even split amongst all the 10 schools, or is there still some disparity with Oklahoma and A&M and Texas?
Well, I think that the bylaws stipulate that, and to my knowledge today, there's no different scenarios than what the Big 12 bylaws currently call for. So nothing that I'm aware of as of standing here today with you.
Do you think that's a fair scenario?
I do. From what I know on the Big 12 distribution formula, I think you're rewarded for appearances, which is success in competition. And we're in to win. We want to be the best, and we expect to be the best, and we are going to be the premier program in the Big 12 Conference. So I think to be rewarded for appearances and success is why we play this game, to be on TV and to win, and that's our goals.
With a 13-year conference, that goal in mind to become the best, is there any room for upward movement, or is it wait till the next TV deal?
You know, the primary agreement with ESPN and ABC extends to 2015, 2016, so obviously there's a 4 or 5 year window there that exists that I'm sure will provide opportunity to reposition ourselves nationally. But, you know, a 13-year agreement I think is a strong statement. You know, there's no conference in the country or member institutions in any conference that are going to be better positioned financially than what the 10 members of the Big 12 are.
Is there an escalator clause with this, or is it just a straight $90 million per year for 13?
Well, my understanding is it's an average of the financial terms, which have not been disclosed over the 13-year period of the agreement. So, you know, we're not in a position to talk the financial terms, but it's an average over the life of the contract.
Everybody wants to talk about, you know, expansion and replacing those 2 teams. Does this kind of give a little latitude to maybe add 2 teams down the road?
Well, I think that all of us have pledged our commitment to the other 9 institutions. So right now, the future of the Big 12 Conference is going to be with the 10 members, and we're excited to be a part of it.
As far as exposure, talk about what sports will get the most coverage under this deal.
Well, there'll be maximum exposure for, football, of course, men's basketball, women's basketball, and then additional Olympic sports will gain exposure. And then what it also does is it gives us the flexibility and the capability of coming up with third-tier options for our other Olympic sports. So what we can do with softball, with volleyball, with soccer to find ways to stream them through our own distribution channels is very significant and something that we place high value on.
Every home game is going to be on TV now. Are you concerned about how that impacts attendance, or does that just give you the additional eyeballs and advertising that you're looking for the university?
Well, the latter. I think it gives us great exposure and coverage across the country, especially the Big 12 Conference blueprint. And at the same time, we've got to continue to create game days as the place to be and continue to ask our alumni and the student body and the Lubbock community to come out and support the Red Raiders and fill up AT&T Jones Stadium.
Is the door still open? Is there any talk for a Big 12 network, or has there been any talk of that with other athletic directors?
You know, in my 3 weeks on the job, I have not engaged in any of those conversations. So, I've heard rumors and speculations, but nothing that I know of to be fact standing here with you today. But I think we've got to continue to be proactive and looking to the future on how we're going to distribute the product that we have access to.
What reaction have you gotten from the coaches so far? Because now the Big 12's intact and it looks like it's going to stay together. Has there been a general consensus of relief or excitement?
Well, I think excitement and a testament to the future, and we're committed to the Big 12 Conference, have been and will be, and excited about its future.